Ready to go.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today we've got a pretty good find. We just got back from our little summer trip, and first thing I found when I went online was this little lawn boy. And it's got the quantum engine, so you know it's a winner. And I got a pretty good deal for it. Well, I'm going to reserve that. If it's savable, I got a pretty good deal for it. Now, pretty dirty on the outside. Wow. Look at that. This thing's looking really good on the inside, though. So I'm about 99% sure that this thing's going to look really good and it's going to be savable. So we're going to go ahead and do what we usually do. We're going to pull the carburetor off and give it a quick clean. We're going to clean up the jets. Now, before we do that, I haven't checked the gas yet. Let's see what we got. And it's clean and dry as a bone. So that's the best case scenario there. Now, lots of dirt on the outside, but the inside's looking really good. You can see a little varnish in here, so it's obviously been sitting. Now, the lady I bought this from told me that she's had it for a long time, but she went electric last year, and this thing's just been sitting in the garage ever since. Let's put this in the clean me pile. You're always going to want a magnet when you're working on any little motors. Now, I've got a whole bunch of these, and I put one on each motor if I've got 2 or 3 projects going at the same time, and it just saves you a lot of aggravation in the long run. You never find yourself searching for nuts and bolts and screws like these. These are hard to find, and you don't even want to know what they ask for them online. Okay, now let's grab our little quarter and we'll pull the choke vane off. And don't move this around too much because it's got a little hook on the other end that sits behind the choke vane. Let's switch off to our 3/8. I'm not worried about fuel on this one since she's dead dry. And we will check the oil to make sure that the fuel didn't find its way there. You just don't know after sitting for a long time. Oh, yeah, there you are. And that's it. Let's grab some pliers and take the fuel line off. It was loose, but it wasn't letting go. There we go. And if you haven't done one of these before, this is the only order you want to do this in. And a little rotate very gently. This is plastic, so you always want to be careful taking it off. And we have a carburetor. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up the outside, and we'll take her to the bench and clean up the inside. Don't like to do free advertising for anybody, and they don't give me anything, but I just sprayed these things with Super Clean and let it sit for about 30 seconds and hit them with the hose. That stuff saves me a lot of cleaning time. You can really tell this mower hasn't been taken apart before. It hasn't been touched or tinkered with. And the only reason we're doing this part is because it's been sitting for a really long time. And we're taking away problems before they come to us. Yeah, the bowl looks okay. You see the jet looks a little bit corroded, but it looks good. Let's get out our handy dandy floral wire. And we've got one gentleman, Big Son, that loves this stuff. That's all he can talk about is how much the floral wire saves him time. So this is for you, Big Son. This one came out really nice. That looks good. I'm not going to say for sure that we couldn't have put gas in this and started it. But when we get one of these, we always follow the same procedure, because I have the expectation that a quantum engine is going to start on the first pull. You don't have to go crazy tight on this, but keep in mind gas can leak in here. Okay, let's get this back on the engine and see what she does. I'm expecting good things out of this mower. Everything's coming out really nice and it's going very well so far. This is way better than average. Now remember, you put it back together in the exact opposite of the way you took it apart. So the last thing we did was that. Next thing we did was we attached the fuel line. Now we'll get her in place, make sure our little O-ring's there. And it is. And we pull our screws off the magnet. And bip, bam, boom, she's running. Now, come on, buddy. I cheated a little bit and took a 5-minute break and took the starter out, because we know the starter is a known fail point on this particular machine, and so it was nothing but in the way. And this fuel line, just thinking about it was driving me crazy. I haven't put a machine out with an old fuel line on it forever. So now we've got our new fuel line in place, and the part number for the fuel line is 27001. It's some people call it a white stripe, but it's actually made by Gates. It's automotive 1/4-inch fuel line, and you can get it at O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever little parts store. So now you can see it's a perfect length and it's ready to go. So let's put her back together and put some gas in it. Fuel lines fail so often, it's not even funny. This bolt goes tight and this thing should move just like that. Now you see, after we loosened up this, it's running as expected. Okay, next up is our, that looks new, doesn't it? Put our back plate back on. And the nice part about working on a magnet is we'll run out of screws. At the same time, we'll run out of places to put screws, which tells us we didn't forget anything. We'll have 2 additional screws left, or bolts, I should say, and those are both for the starter. Let's grab a new air filter. Okay, we got a shiny new air filter for it. And look at that. We are looking good. Now off camera, I took the key switch off and removed all the wires in the battery box, which is just a T20, zoom, 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 done. And I also put gas in it. I forgot to mention that I checked the oil when I bought it, and it had oil on the stick. It was a tiny bit low, but it was in the range. So this is first pull. Cross your fingers, guys. Ooh, nothing. Okay, second pull. I'll take that. Now you can hear it off. This is the smoothest running little engine that I've heard in a while. I'm speechless. I'm just speechless on that one. This is the quietest lawnmower I've seen in a long time. I'm wondering how many hours it's got on it. It sounds nice and smooth. Very nice. Now we just got back day before yesterday on a 3-week trip through Europe. And one of the things they like to say when something's super easy is, Bob's your uncle. And on this one, Bob's your uncle, super easy. I don't know what it means, but it sounds pretty fun. So 3 things tell me that this one's super, super low hours. Number 1 is the engine runs extremely smooth. And that tells me that she doesn't have much time on it. Number 2 is it's really, really quiet. And that tells me that the filling in the muffler is still 100% new. The muffler doesn't have any time on it. And the third thing is, of course, that the overall condition of the machine, it had a little dirt on it, but that's it. You know, the dirt washes off. You can't wash scratches and dings up. So, all you new people out there, if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. It's free, and it's what we work for. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.